broadcasting live with coverage you can count on. KSLA News 12 starts with breaking news.
Breaking news on KSLA News 12 at 10. Just minutes ago, Texarkana, Texas police captured an inmate that escaped a Texarkana Correctional Center.
We first told you about this inmate and that escape on our KSLA News 12 mobile app, and only on KSLA News 12 you are looking at right there his arrest captured on camera. Officials tell us Casey Johnson escaped from the correctional center just before 7 tonight while being escorted from the recreational yard. There's a good look at him. Again, in that video, police say they found Johnson in Texarkana, Texas, near West 25th and the state line. They say they spotted Johnson while they were taking another prisoner to jail. Johnson explains why he ran from the prison. Listen.
I was going to try to head up to California and do some music.
What do you say?
Yeah. Trying to head up to California,
We're gonna switch your cuss one more
do
time,
some
boss.
music, Wiz Khalifa. I was headed that way.
Well, it didn't get very far. Johnson is expected to continue serving a 5-year sentence after being convicted on drug charges.
They might as well get ready for the fight, because we're bringing it to them.
Caddo Parish Sheriff Steve Prater not mixing his words as his office agrees to work with Shreveport Police to patrol the streets and fight against violent crime in the city. Sheriff Prater's announcement comes after leaders from the city and state have called for increased street patrol.
Sheriff Prater says the United Patrols would put deputies in high-crime areas to assist Shreveport Police. KSLA News 12's Jasmine Payute explains why Prater and city leaders are now on the same page when it comes to fighting crime.
We want the public and the criminals, the gangsters, these people that cause us so much grief, to know that it's a new day. We are coming after them.
Caddo Parish Sheriff Steve Prater says the parish is ready to join Shreveport Police in the battle against violent crime in the city.
The chief and the mayor have asked that we could come in to help a little bit with the city.
While overall crime is down 14%, Shreveport has seen 4 homicides in just 1 week.
The shooting of the recent terrible tragedies just refocuses you and causes us to come back together as a group and say, well, what we're doing is good, but what we're doing may not be quite good enough.
The meeting held here at the Sheriff's Office in Government Plaza included 2 members of the Cattle Commission, 2 members of the Shreveport City Council, as well as the mayor and the Shreveport Police Chief. The sheriff tells us that he kept the meeting small to ensure that dialogue would happen.
What it's going to amount to is more presence in the city limits with other law enforcement agencies.
This comes after Shreveport City Councilman Willie Bradford requested that the Sheriff's Patrol Division as well as the state step in to support Shreveport Police.
We're leaving here united and with a plan, and we're looking forward to eradicating that criminal element that the sheriff and the chief mentioned.
Sheriff Prater says the meeting was just the first of many to come.
Frank, honest, direct, it's my kind of meeting, except it's a little long.
In Shreveport, Jasmine Payute, KSLA News 12.
And let's take a closer look at how we ended up with Sheriff Prater and Shreveport Police coming together on this agreement to work together patrolling the streets of Shreveport. A couple months ago, council members began pushing for help from the parish, although the mayor and the police chief never officially requested help. Last Thursday, a new push began after 4-year-old Messiah Murphy was shot and killed while riding in the backseat of a car. We've now had 4 murders in 6 days. Then on Monday, Shreveport Councilman Willie Bradford sent a letter to State Senator Greg Tarver asking for deputies and state police to help with patrolling. And then last night, we told you about Senator Tarver sending a letter to Governor Edwards asking for help. In that letter, we learned about today's meeting between Sheriff Prater and parish and city leaders. And today, Sheriff Prater and Shreveport leadership have said they will patrol the city together.
The news of Caddo deputies agreeing to assist Shreveport Police on patrol comes on the same day Mayor Ali Tyler shared her progress report of her 3rd year in office. Tyler says public safety will continue to be a top priority for the city, and she also highlighted areas in city services she claims as success under her administration. You can read the full report on our KSLA News 12 mobile app.
A couple of areas of concern as we speak right now. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle tracking it right now on radar. Jeff?
That's right, Doug. We've got some heavier showers, a couple rumbles of thunder out there, as expected. Not much, but they have made it down now to the I-20 corridor. These have actually just been developing within about the last 45 minutes or so and may affect some areas here around Shreveport and Bossier City. Right now, just a scattering of showers. We've got them around Cotton Valley. We've got some others near Ringgold. Another one back here just west of Shreveport. This one is tracking southeastward toward Cross Lake. So if you live around Cross Lake here or around Blanchard, this is going to be tracking through in the next little bit, bringing in some brief heavy downpours, maybe a little bit of thunder and lightning, but nothing worse than that. The most widespread that we can call it shower and thunder shower activity is here across parts of Bossier Parish, moving into portions of Webster as well as Bienville Parish, moving into Ringgold and Jamestown right now. Tullis by 10:13, Bienville, if this hangs together, 10:22 is when it arrives. And again, about all we're seeing out of this, some heavy rainfall, little thunder and lightning, maybe some small hail. We're not expecting any sort of significant severe weather, but the showers and storms probably be with us for a few more hours before they start to die out overnight. By the morning, not expecting any rainfall, but some sunshine and just a few areas of clouds. Will climb from the 60s around 7 into the mid-70s by 9 for that morning drive. The trip home tomorrow looks equally as quiet, mostly sunny, hot again with temperatures near 90. Just an outside shot that we'll pick up an afternoon shower in a couple locations. Back in a few moments, we're tracking more heat and less rain into the weekend on the way in your forecast.
New at 10, a Falk, Arkansas man is now in custody accused of stealing horses. Miller County deputies arrested 18-year-old Bryson LeBlanc and a juvenile on charges related to stealing 3 horses. Deputies say LeBlanc was initially arrested for giving them false information in their first investigation on that theft case. A follow-up investigation then linked LeBlanc and the juvenile to stealing those horses. Deputies say they have found the horses and have returned them to their owners.
We're still awaiting confirmation on details of a 7-month-old girl found dead after accidentally being left in a hot car for over 6 hours. Shreveport police tell us they were called to the 6700 block of Woolworth Road around 5:30 yesterday afternoon. They tell us the driver of that particular vehicle left the child in the car while he went to work. Police say they have not filed any charges at this point. Unfortunately, it's something we sadly hear about more and more as we roll into the summer months.
KSLA News 12's Melissa Kakarika joins us with some tips on how you can stop this from happening to you and your child.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it is not the first time it's happened in our community. In 2013, a 3-year-old girl died in Shreveport after being left in a hot car. And you may remember in 2016, 2 3-year-old twins died in Bossier City under similar circumstances. On average, 37 kids die from heat-related vehicle deaths across the U.S. each year. Last year, it was 42 kids. Most of the time, these deaths are the result of a change in routine. Shreveport Fire Department Training Officer Chief John Lane offered these tips for parents heading into these summer months.
Set a tone or alert. You know, everybody has a smartwatch or a smartphone that connects with your car audio system. Set a reminder that you got to drop your child off at daycare or grandmother's. Put something in the back seat with your child. Your lunch, a briefcase, your tablet, your left shoe. Put that back there with the kid as a reminder that you've got that kid back there in the back seat.
Most of these deaths usually happen between Memorial Day and Labor Day. And just for some perspective, the inside of a car can quickly heat up to over 120 degrees in a matter of minutes on a hot day. Melissa Kakarika, KSLA News 12.
New at 10, parents across Louisiana continue to be concerned about the future of TOPS. Today, lawmakers nixed a proposal that would have expanded the scholarship program.
Now, some lawmakers and parents question how much of the current TOPS program will be funded. Raycom News Network's Graham Olkins reports.
It's the big night for these graduates from Mentorship STEAM Academy. As proud parents reflect on the last 4 years, some can't help but wonder about the next 4. This week, lawmakers axed the TOPS budget by about 25%.
I think that's a travesty.
Shirlita Moore has 2 children who've been awarded TOPS scholarships. For one, it meant the decision to stay in Louisiana.
It was very beneficial. I think in some regards it helped, it made the difference in perhaps some of the choices of some of the other schools that he may have not attended out of state.
On Wednesday, lawmakers killed 2 bills that would have expanded TOPS, lowering the required ACT score from 20 to 17, making thousands more students eligible. But critics say the standards for TOPS are already too low.
Before they worry about eligibility, they should probably worry about having enough money to fund it. You have to have money to fund it before you start, opening it up more.
With 52,000 students getting TOPS, the program costs the state close to $300 million a year. The overall budget shortfall is double that, close to $650 million. But many parents say lawmakers need to find the money somewhere else.
Education, it is the gateway to our future, gateway to our children's successes. And I just feel that, it's a non-negotiable.
And lawmakers are set to begin another special session next Tuesday to fix the current budget deficit.
Laurel.
Yanni or Laurel? Which
Yanni.
one do you hear?
Yanni. All day.
In just 3 minutes here, a medical expert explained why so many people are divided on this debate. It sounds pretty clear to me.
With coverage you can count on. This is KSLA News 12.
Listen to this.
Laurel.
What name do you hear, Senator?
Laurel.
I hear Laurel.
Laurel.
Okay, I heard Laurel on that one, but before we went to break, I heard Yanni. I really did. U.S. Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana gives his take on a popular social media debate over an audio recording. The clip plays a name several times where some say it sounds like Yanni, while others, like Kennedy, say it's Laurel. Lawmakers, entertainers, and millions of social media have spent part of the day debating whether or not the recording says Yanni or Laurel. I heard both, actually. The clip was posted on Twitter and sent social media into a frenzy. One audio doctor says the clip's low-quality sound is what's causing people to be split on what they actually hear.
We detect with our ears, but we hear with our brain. The bad quality or the low quality of the acoustic signal of this recording is what is giving our brain a chance to interpret what it hears.
Some people say they hear a combination of the two words. Reports claim an 18-year-old posted the original clip on the website Reddit.
I heard Santiago. Just say, have you taught your dog any new tricks lately? Well, your dog could just help you find your next date. Well, you could be hurting that bad. Dating apps gaining popularity. Leah Isaacson works for the company that owns KSLA, Raycom Media, along with her sister Laurel. Just kidding. Her sister's name is Casey. They're building an app for dog lovers looking to date. Dig, the dog person's dating app, looks to play matchmaker for dog lovers right here in Shreveport. A launch party happening in Shreveport for that app tomorrow. Isaacson says the app went from just an idea to reality in just a matter of months.
We started the business last July, and we worked with local developers. My sister is in art direction and advertising design, so she designed the entire app itself. I did the business side. I've come from just a research background and a management background with different nonprofits. And so together we were able to reach out to different coders and make our project come to life.
The launch party set for tomorrow afternoon at 3 at Bistro Byron's in Shreveport. We also have an in-depth look at that app, Dig, on our KSLA News 12 mobile app.
Celebrate good times. Come on. Later in sports, Casey recaps how Mudbugs players and fans celebrated the team's first ever Robertson Cup.
And temperatures could approach record territory in the next couple days. I'll be back after this break to show you how hot we're going to get. Stay with us.
KSLA Storm Tracker 12 weather. We track storms.
Hey, good evening, everyone. As expected, some showers and some thunder showers still hanging on this evening. Fortunately, we've not had any severe weather, not really expecting that. But these are producing some heavy downpours right near and just south of the I-20 corridor at this point. We're continuing to see some of this activity build off to the south, so it's possible that some of this will hang on for a little while longer, and some of these storms packing a little bit of a punch. This one near Beckville, back in Texas, just northwest of Carthage, it's grown quickly. The top of that storm's around 30,000 feet, so these have been going up fast. But then they're not really lasting very long. So they're going to pop up. They're going to dump some heavy rainfall, maybe some small hail as they continue to roll on through. But again, we're not expecting severe weather out of these. But don't be surprised if you hear some heavy rain and maybe a little thunder out there and see some lightning as you're trying to go to bed. Showers and thunder showers also still trying to develop around Shreveport. Talked about the one out toward Cross Lake. It's still hanging on near Blanchard, but it is starting to die out just a little bit, but still producing some heavy rain here around Blanchard, Latex Road, and over toward Millwood Drive. But again, this one's starting to fizzle just a little bit, but still has a good little shower out there. We take you off to the south and to the east. These are the showers and thunder showers which have been hanging on the longest, and they're still tracking the way deeper into parts of Bienville Parish in particular. Some heavier rain moving into Jamestown here in the next few minutes. Castor by 10:31. And if these hang together, especially the one north of Sparta, it'll make it into Bienville proper by 10:33. But again, nothing severe, just some heavy downpours. We'll take you through time here with Future Track. Still showing maybe a few of those showers hanging on near and south of I-20 around midnight tonight, but that should be the last gas. Tomorrow morning, we wake up pretty quiet in most areas. Probably a little hazy sunshine to start the day across much of the Arklatex. Mostly sunny at the noon hour tomorrow. And if we see any rain tomorrow, it's going to be very isolated and probably skirting by southwest Arkansas, maybe down into portions of northern Louisiana around the state line. And that's going to be about it rain-wise tomorrow. So after what we have out there this evening dies out, there's not going to be a whole lot to track rain-wise the rest of the week. Temperatures already back in the 60s, places like Texarkana, but we're still hanging on to 77 in Shreveport, 72 degrees right now in center Texas. Overnight tonight, again, a few showers or thunder showers continuing for maybe another couple hours down into the upper 60s for lows. As we take you through the day tomorrow, your afternoon rain chance, it's only 10%. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies and another quick warm-up. 74 at 9, 84 at noon. Upper 80s and low 90s expected tomorrow afternoon. Highs up north around 89 in Nashville and in Texarkana. You head south, it'll be a little hotter again. 91 in Carthage, 91 in Longview, 89 Daingerfield. Shreveport, Bossier back in the low 90s tomorrow. 92 in Natchitoches and around 90 tomorrow afternoon in Ringgold. And we get hotter from there. 93 on Friday, 94 degrees coming up on Saturday. And this is a day where we might just be setting a new record high temperature. 94 is what we're forecasting. That's the record. And here's the big deal about it. That record was set back in 1875. So that's a long-standing record, and we'll be threatening it again as we start the weekend. Temperatures will ease back slightly early next week, but still running at or above the 90-degree mark. We'll be tracking perhaps some better chances for a few showers and storms, although still likely only hit and miss on the rainfall next week. You're up to date with the latest First Alert 7-day forecast.
All right, coming up after the break in sports, a big loss for the college sports world tonight with the passing of former SEC Commissioner Mike Slive. A look at his very impressive legacy coming up after the break, plus a little bit closer to home here in town. The Mudbugs, as you know, coming back with the Robertson Cup. They and their fans reflect on the special afternoon after the break. After a lengthy battle with cancer, former SEC Commissioner Mike Slive has passed away. Slive retiring in 2015 after 13 seasons in his position, in a period in which the conference honestly became the gold standard, not only in football, in everything. 7 BCS championships, 75 national titles across 17 sports. Mike Slive passing away at 77 years old. A little bit closer to home. A day of celebration around town for the Shreveport Mudbugs, Robertson Cup champions, coming back to a pretty warm reception, I guess you could say, a hero's welcome awaiting them at the pond at Hirsch Coliseum, riding over to the pond in style, too. Bugs, of course, taking care of business on Monday night, beating Minot to bring home the Robertson Cup for the first time in team history. Carlos Zernis' squad, rightfully very emotional, but emotions also just as powerful for the loyalists staying with these teams, this team in particular, for all that time, and after a brief little hiatus from the town, from hockey after a couple years, days like today make wins like Monday feel that much more special for the diehards.
You know, everything that we had hoped was going to be back is back plus some. You know, we wanted to see the young, fast, hungry, aggressive players. We've seen that for 2 years. We saw a coaching team bring young guys that got the desire to win and learn and burn, and they put everything together this year. It's a dream come true, I'm sure, for the whole community, but every one of these players, it's a special moment for them, and it's really a special moment for us as fans, having the love back and having this be such a win for the Shreveport-Bossier area, Louisiana, and the community. We're just all thrilled to death. Go Bud Bugs!
And with that, the book closes on the 2018 Mud Bugs. The book's still very wide open for Tech baseball, hoping to echo a similar sentiment in the midst of their postseason push. Continuing this weekend in the home series finale against Old Dominion. The Bulldogs this past weekend coming off probably their biggest series victory of the year, taking 2 of 3 at Southern Miss. And right now, because of that, after you beat a top 10 team like that twice, you're probably going to be an at-large, and that's what many see them as, to get in the field of the 64 teams. Every game so crucial to help boost that cause, that resume. No different this year. Lane Burrows knows that margin is razor thin entering tomorrow night.
Yeah, it gets that time of year you start thinking about it, you know. You're staring at 2 weeks, your season could be over, or you could be extended and playing for a while into the summer. So, you know, you just hope our guys do what they're supposed to do, and that's take care of the next game.
Open up the series tomorrow night, 6 o'clock start. All right, plenty of reason to smile because football made its triumphant return today. Sort of. Jerwin Wilson's Woodlawn Knights playing host to Bass Strip at Independence Stadium. Mansfield also making a cameo. Knights, of course, making a good run in the postseason last year, getting to the 4A quarters, trying to one-up it in 2018. We shall see. They open up on a Thursday night, August 30th, against Carroll out from Monroe.
Well, time for that First Alert 12-day forecast. Showers that we have out there right now die out tonight, and there may not be much to track for the next few days. The heat, that's going to be the main story as we threaten some record highs as we head into the weekend. Next week stays hot and humid, hit and miss showers and storms. Let me get out of the picture here so you can see that Memorial Day weekend forecast. Doesn't look like a lot of change. Temperatures likely stay in the 90s. Just some spotty wet weather, not looking like a washout for the holiday weekend.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, sir.
That's going to do it for us. Thank you for joining us for KSLA News 12 at 10. See you back here tomorrow night.
Laurel.
Stream KSLA News 12 for free on our new Roku and Amazon Fire TV channels.